in that like button, people, and obviously checking out the merchandise. Let me drop the link back in the thingy for you guys. So yeah, what else are we getting at, folks? What else are we saying? One thing I like is Neves is asking for the transfer. I mean, he hasn't handed in a transfer request, and I'd stay a bit clear because he's clearly angling to leave Wolves because it's the end of a project, and that could be Arsenal, it could be back to Portugal, it could be Spain, it could be another English team. He's angling for a move. I'm sure he would want to set for Arsenal, but I don't think it's a thing where his heart is set on this and all of that. So yeah, man. I have watched Neves more than Buendia for obvious reasons. I like Neves' work rate. Wolves are a seriously dynamic team, and it could help having him next to Partey. Facts. Morning, DG. You're already on it. Comprehensive views and insightful commentary. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. If they bought Boris Johnson, you'd say you like it. Shout out to you, Michael, man, because you're clearly a twat. But, you know, you get all of them in the morning, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's move on, man. I'm gonna be a nice dude, man. Quality player, but this makes me question what system we want. A bit harsh, I feel, but yeah, I agree in that. I agree in that. That's kind of what I was getting at. In that, he's a good player, but how does he tie into what we're trying to do? If we're trying to rebuild something, then cool. But to us as a fan, I don't really see what we're trying to do, man. So we'll have to see, man. So it is what it is, man. Oh, exactly. You can be a player. To be fair to you, man. We need some Portuguese players in the club. I think we just need anyone from any nationality that's a good footballer. But I would like the Portuguese players and the Brazilians and everyone else who's on stuff, really and truly, man. Let's just hope all the rumors come to something. Hopefully, man. Neves is class, but Arsenal's approach to these kind of players is disgusting. Much love from Uganda, Mr. DG. I appreciate that, man. Neves is getting that Wolves tax. They were horrible this season. Probably that as well. Neves won't come to you. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. My guy, I'm not here to say whether he will or won't. Our job is just to simply comment on it and just talk about it. It is what it is, man. I like Neves, DG. For me, it shows Arteta wants that deep lying playmaker to partner Xhaka controlling from to partner Partey controlling from deep and spraying the ball, which I think Xhaka does, but we just can't get him in. I just think Xhaka takes too long. I think that's the only. I think Xhaka does it, but he just needs too long. A man said forever in Spurs' shadow. Shout out to you because you just come on the trolling thing. No matter how dead Arsenal are, I don't know what shadow we're in for Spurs, but I'm going to take your opinion on it, you know, more than me. What's good, DG? I don't know, man. Maybe the Cali in your picture, but love for that, my guy, man. Love for that. Right now, DG, Arsenal don't need flashy names. We just need players who have fighting spirit and make a name for themselves. We just need players that are on crud. Bro, big fan, just sub. Trust me, it's sounding a bit beaky, Ebby, in it, but it is what it is, man. I like Matinho, but I think because it's Arsenal, we should stay clear from that, man. If we were a serious club, we should be getting Neves and Basuma, not one of the other or the other. Exactly. And that more so last season. Again, I keep saying it, when they twanged fans into believing it's our or Partey. When if you sign our, you're going to say you got no steel to partner him. When you sign Partey, no matter how much people want to gas up his footballing abilities, they're primarily to put a foot in the midfield. And now we're talking about no creativity. This is it. A serious club signs, if not the names, the profile of the two, especially for a manager who was embarking on his first full season. Joe Bellingham, bro, he's got to prove it in it. But then Bellingham guys, I don't know what's in the water in their man's yard, but their mother and father are breeding some elite ballers, and he plays in a different role than him, more of a flashy sort of player. But yeah, man, he might be. So we'll have to see, man. Good opinions coming, man. Neves or Emmy, two different players, man. Buendia isn't the priority. Centre mid needs addressing first. To be fair with you, do you honestly think Buendia is going to play anywhere but the middle of the park at Arsenal Football Club? He might go off that right like he's been doing, but you've got Pepe and Saka. Fair play, though. Good opinions coming, man. Good opinions coming, man. Stop spamming. Your things are not going to get answered, man. Hello, DG. I'm a Leicester City fan. Edward is coming to us some more. Edward, bro. Happy days, bro. Happy days for you lot, man. You lot do your thing, man. You know, must be nice for some. Must be nice for some. I'm hearing Ziyech is on the chopping block this summer. Would you consider him for Arsenal? They're gonna make us play an arm and a leg, so probably not. Probably not. But he's a decent lad. Why not, man? Pardon me, 1 second, people. Would you swap Maitland-Niles for Neves? If you could use Maitland-Niles as some sort of lightweight and it can just decrease the fee, why not, man? If the man wants to go, but I'd rather sell Neves, man. I'd rather sell Maitland and see what money he gets. Do you really want Neves? I think I've kind of answered that. Neves isn't better than Basuma. We shouldn't go for him. Two very different sorts of players, but a fair play. Come on, keep running it, the likes. What about the attacking mid position? Well, when Dia was there, I think the attacking mid can be sold with more creative number 8s, or you sign an organic 10. You can't find an organic 10, bring in the number 8, because again, how many teams have number 10s? And the 10s that you're seeing, or people you're calling creative, man, they're not the poetry emotion 10s that were probably here 10 or so years ago. It's all high action, high demanding, sort of centre mid sort of thing, which is, I think, what we need. But if you can get an organic 10, whether that's Odegaard back, Smith Rowe's there as well, you get some more creativity behind them in the pivot, then you can get away with it. But we'll have to see, honestly, man. At this point, DG, I don't even know who we should or shouldn't get. The Buendia blunder has finished me. We could say blunder. We can say it's disappointing, but how far were we ever in for him? Maybe not. So it might not be fair to say it's a blunder, man. I wouldn't mind Pereira of West Bromwich Albion at all. You surprised by the lack of activities has progress made with getting people out, or expected due to the Euros? I'm a bit disappointed with how slow everything's taking, but at the same time, let me be fair, we are kind of moving fast, really. Not fast, and I would definitely in terms of incomings, but you're hearing Xhaka, we're close to making a decision on Xhaka. Torreira and Guendouzi, there might be something in the pipeline coming up. So I would like to see more of a proactiveness, but I'm very critical on the club, as you know, in that regard. So let me be a bit fair, and considering all the variables, I think it is quite early. But I am seeing some movement, but at the same time, until you see somebody's officially left or officially gone, there's still the concern. So that's a great question, man. So it is where it is, man. A man said, take Andreas Pereira. Allow it, man. Allow it. Do you think Smith Rowe can take his game to the next level? Well, yeah, he's got a lot of development to do. He's only really played half a season. Yeah, why not? Immediately he needs to be able to cope physically with playing twice, 3 times a week, something he's struggled with at times because he's still growing and getting used to that. So, of course, obviously he's going to live or die by goals and assists if you're playing in that creative role. For me, like I've seen in patches with Smith Rowe, and generally, the game can run through you a lot more. You're a creative man. Every creative player, whether they're centre mid or 10s at any team, for me, if I'm the gaffer and the team isn't running through you, generally, and you're not the creative guy, then you shouldn't be in my team, really and truly. So, of course, if anybody didn't believe that, then he'd have to keep it moving, in my humble opinion, really and truly. But make of that what you will, my guy, man. That was a good question. I really enjoyed that. Let me call this random viewer opinions / questions. I might clip up that 10-minute segment. I always say I'm going to clip it up and then don't actually clip it up. After this, let me make a note in my schedule, put a backlog and stuff, because I actually need to clip up some old live streams and keep the YouTube channel alive with some other content, really. 531 of you locked in. Hit the like button. Check out the merch, people. I appreciate that. 233 people. Thank you very much for your support, because first and foremost, the goal was 200. So to hear we've hit 200, I really am appreciative. Let's keep running. Let's keep trying to make some sort of history or something, people. Odegaard isn't the answer. Smith Rowe done much better. Smith Rowe needs help. So we've been an AM. Hear that? Odegaard's shown little patches of leading, but shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shut up to you, priceless truth. Cause you're a little dickhead. You know that, innit? You think I don't see you trolling me in the comments? Like, oh, these fan channels are just trying to rile up the fans. Now you see that I'm actually a calm guy talking content. You want to ask me questions, bro? Take your question and shove it where the sun don't shine, people. Pardon my language, but you know, man, I'm not here for that. Man, I'm not here for that. Man, I'm not here for that. Don't try to ask my questions off. You try draw man out. Forget about it. People forget that the biggest problem now is right back. I'm not too sure of the biggest, but 100% agree. I agree. You know, again, it's all fun and games for me, anyways.